sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day. They're the eyes of a man whose lust knows no bounds.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Horny Creek. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my fiance Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
How much? It's been a good week. It is October 15th, 1998.
It is
The day that they went to in Back to the Future.
Oh my god!
Part 2, but not 1998. They went to October 15th, 2015, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as exciting.
Was it the 15th? I don't know. It was October something, 2015.
Whatever.
When we're in 2015, we'll let you know what day.
Right.
I have to watch Back to the Future Part 2 again.
I'm sure we'll still be making these tapes in 2015.
We'll have flying cars. And 2015, that's 17 years from now.
Crazy.
We'll be older or a different age. But it is...
I
I
don't think that there's a different age than older, sweetie.
It is October 15th, 1998. And we're at a crossroads here, Carol.
We are.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. Crossroads.
I'll tell you what, I think this is the most horny episode of Horny Creek. Dawson.
It certainly starts out the horniest.
I thought it was going to turn into a porno.
There's some seriousness too, but yeah, it starts out. Yeah, that's one genre of film he hasn't explored yet.
Right. But yeah, Dawson and Joey were making out till the infomercial started. I mean,
Hardcore.
That's pretty late. And
That's some sore lips.
Right?
And who stops him? John Wesley Shipp and Mrs. Leary.
Yeah, how awful to be caught by your parents.
To be caught by TV's The Flash.
They come in and turn off the TV.
Well, it's weird, too. It's shot kind of weird because they're making out and everything. We see the infomercial, and then just a hairy arm just descends down the TV very slowly and turns it off. It's like, what the fuck?
And then they decide that now they must speak to them about sex.
Yeah, well, it's the funny thing is like... Mr. Leary is just killing boners everywhere he goes. Whether it's his sons or his wife's or whatever, he's destroying libidos this entire episode.
He is Mr. Anti-Sex until the very end.
No, when he's Mr. Weird Sex.
Right. But well, Mrs. Leary wasn't trying to have sex with him, was she? Again?
Not at this point, but at one point she was.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, I feel like he rejected her again somehow this episode.
He did.
Yeah. It just didn't get as far.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
All right.
But yeah, so he stops them, and they're like, oh, and they're like, pfft. And then it goes, I don't want to wait, as we start the episode. But yeah, we come back to Mr. Leary talking to Dawson about sex and Mrs. Leary talking to Joey about sex.
The next morning. So they obviously sent her home because she's coming back now.
Mm-hmm. And it's like I guess they didn't know they'd started dating.
Yeah, they definitely looked very scandalized.
Yeah, they didn't know anything about what was going on here.
But it's like, you can't expect their little sleepovers to stay platonic forever.
No.
Like, she grew boobs a couple years ago. It was time to nip it in the bud then.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's... how can you be surprised?
Right. But whatever.
Nah, she can just come over every night, hang out, it's cool.
Sleep in your bed.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen.
We'll open every fucking episode with her in your bedroom, and it'll never turn to sex.
You're 5 years old forever, right? Like, that's how that goes.
Yeah, no shit.
Idiots.
But so Mr. Leary tells him, remember, no hat, no glove.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
And his wife points out it's no glove, no love.
Right.
Because we need to break out the 70s sayings in this episode.
Is that from the 70s? Because I feel like I heard it recently.
I mean, I don't know. I think it is.
Yeah. It's stupid. I mean, it's not stupid.
No,
but
you should be everyone out there use protection.
For sure. But still.
Unless you want kids. Unless you're married and want kids, and then that's fine.
I don't think we're speaking to the married people when we're talking about gloves and loves.
Some married people use loves.
Right?
When they have babies.
Or Huggies, you know. They didn't use a glove.
Exactly. But no, I mean, obviously it feels worse, but use a condom.
Anyway.
Yeah, that should be their, like, Trojan or whatever. That should be their tagline. It feels worse, but hey, no AIDS.
Right. No babies, no AIDS.
Look, Mom, no AIDS.
The rest of the episode,
Yeah.
aside from Joey and Dawson's sex or lack thereof.
What did Joey's mom, or what did Dawson's mom give Joey? It's like a book. It's like, here's a book you should read. It's all about the teen pregnancy and stuff.
Well, it was like the body book or something. Like my mom gave me a book like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Or a different age.
And Joey's mom is dead, so.
Yeah. I actually thought it was kind of sweet that Mrs. Leary was trying to talk to her because, like, she doesn't really... Like, I mean, yeah, her sister could, but does she? I don't know.
I don't know. Bessie's got her hands full with a newborn.
Yeah.
And not being on the show.
Right.
Not being in episodes. Just being referred to by name.
That is true. She was not in this episode.
No, she was in the back.
Giving somebody a hard time.
Yeah, apparently.
But,
Not like Joey was giving Dawson a hard.
Joey was doing something. So this is Pacey's birthday.
It is. And no one remembered.
Yeah, it's his 16th birthday, and he goes in the morning of his 16th birthday before school to take the driving test. That seems weird to me. Like, that seems like not a thing you would do before breakfast, you know? Like,
no, I would assume that you would do that after school or something. The cat is...
Our cat's trying to climb the wall.
Yeah, it's weird. We're a little distracted. Sorry.
He's literally like batting at shadows.
Is there something up there?
I mean, I have like a picture up there, but I don't know why he's after. He's staring so intently.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check it out.
Is it a ghost? Is it a spider?
Vamp for them.
Like, who knows? Well, we're going to find out. Hey, fluffy kitty cat, you all right? Did you get into the catnip too hard? What is it? Oh, I think I see what it is. It's on the ceiling. It's like a floating shadow from the fan. What is that? It keeps moving. It's on the ceiling, though. I think that's what he sees. Whatever, he gave up.
I think you're hallucinating.
I am not.
See what you're talking about on the ceiling?
It's right there. See?
Clearly I don't.
It's a shadow on, like, the edge of the wall in the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, I guess I kind of see what you're talking about. But no, I think he literally just wanted the picture.
It keeps moving, the shadow. What the fuck is it? You see it too, right?
Yep, I do, honey.
It's like...
You know what it is? It's one of those things in Ghost that takes the bad guy down to hell. That's what it is.
Shut up.
Anyway, so what else? It's Pacey's birthday.
Yes.
16 candles make a lovely light.
So he fails his driving test by 1 point.
Yeah, and the police officer or whatever. What?
Driving.
But she's got a badge. It's weird.
Yeah, probably a police officer, I guess.
But we don't like when I did my driving test. It wasn't in view of an officer.
No, I mean my driving test was done by like a driving instructor.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. But maybe because it's a small town, or maybe because it's the East Coast. I don't know. We don't have the DMV like you may have where you live. We have the Secretary of State. That's what they call it. DMV
Right.
is the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah.
But they call it Secretary of State here.
Same thing, though.
Yes, it is the same thing by a different name, but
Although they do more at the Secretary of State.
they do more.
Anyway.
They also have secretaries.
Pacey's very sad
He is.
about failing his driving test because apparently him and Dawson have plans to drive to Maine.
They were going to go to Bar Harbor and meet Stephen King and say, "Hey, why don't you write about my life? That's a horror show, Stephen."
What the fuck did you just do?
What? What? Carol's had a little bit to drink tonight. What do you mean? What did I do?
With your voice.
I talked. It's a Maine accent. Bar Harbor.
Okay. It sounds like a girl.
Oh, yeah? What?
Yeah.
Sounds like a girl.
Oh, are you trying to make it better? Because it's not getting better.
What the fuck? You know what?
What?
I don't need to deal with this.
Yes, you do. Oh, you signed on. Almost
Wow.
5 years now.
Sounds like a girl, huh?
Anyway.
Latefee1994.com. Did I sound like a girl? Jesus Christ.
So
Yes.
Pacey tries to go lament to Dawson about failing his driving test.
The Pacey Lament.
But Dawson isn't really caring or hearing or processing anything other than the fact that,
He's a lot like Carol in that.
hey, he's not understanding anything outside of his bubble, which is him and Joey.
Right.
So he's trying to talk at Pacey about how they got caught making out,
Yeah.
and Pacey's trying to talk at Dawson about failing his driving test, but nobody's talking with each other.
That's right.
That's the problem.
That's being in the bubble. Have you ever been in the bubble, everyone? When you begin a relationship and it's like it's all about the two of you for like, I don't know, a month?
I feel like it's longer than a month, but okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the situation. It varies from person to person. But it's that bubble where the rest of the world gets kind of shut out.
Yeah.
You might interact with the rest of the world at times, but mostly everything that's going on is just the two of you.
Yeah. And
It's
your
like-
hormones.
And it's like all encompassing.
Yes. It's a fun place, the bubble.
It is.
So, Pacey feels like Dawson doesn't give a shit about him anymore, though, because he doesn't understand the bubble, which he should understand, because he was in it with Tamara Jacobs.
I guess that's true, yeah. Everything was about him and Tamara. Yeah. The older woman. But it's probably a little different because theirs was a non-public affair. So
Right.
they had to like sneak around and stuff like that. It's probably like they couldn't spend every waking moment together.
True. But yeah, like when you're first dating somebody, for sure you spend all your time with them. I know my friend got mad at me for that before.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's been in a situation where their friends are like, "Well, you don't love me anymore? What the
Right.
fuck?"
Well, like
I see you spend all your time with her.
my
What about me? And my penis and my needs.
Whoa,
It's like, hey,
Whoa.
come on, back off.
that's
Just because we experimented once.
right? Anyway,
Yep.
so Pacey's very upset with Dawson, and then that new chick that just moved into town. What's her name again?
She's new in town.
I cannot remember.
I don't know. She's the rich girl though. The one
Andy.
Okay, Andy. We'll see. We'll call her Andy.
Andy. That's her name.
Andy.
Andy.
Andy Taylor.
Who the fuck's Andy Taylor?
From the Andy Griffith Show.
Okay.
Sheriff Andy Taylor. You don't remember?
Nah.
Deputy Barney Fife.
No. Thank you for that
Andy Griffith Show.
rousing rendition. Okay.
It's the Andy Griffith Show. You don't remember that show?
No.
Otis the town drunk?
I mean, like,
Can't be.
I remember it existing.
Oh, Opie boy. Does that sound like a girl too?
Uh-huh.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Maybe I just sound like a girl then, I guess.
I guess. When you put on a East Coast accent.
That wasn't East Coast, that was Southern.
Whatever.
That one sounded female too? Is that what you're saying?
Not really. Calm down.
Oh my god. We're about to start a fight.
Um,
You looked at me with such hatred there for a second.
So Pacey is going to have a party to celebrate his birthday.
Well, he says, so everyone's forgotten his birthday. He talks to to Jen.
Jen, yeah.
And he's like, I'm having a fucking Molly Ringwald moment. And like every character in this show, apparently, she knows everything about pop culture.
Right.
And she's like, well, let's see. In Breakfast Club, she had detention. In Pretty in Pink, she fucking whatever. I don't even know what happened in Pretty in Pink.
Something about the prom.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't get asked to the prom or whatever. In 16 Candles, everyone forgets her birthday. And then she looks and she's like, oh, is that it? Did everyone forget your birthday? And he's like, 16 years old.
Yeah, he sounded like that, too.
He used that voice.
He did not.
And she's like, oh, my God. And then she was like, you know what? If Joey and Dawson are just all about each other and they don't care about anybody else, why don't you show them you don't care about them? Throw yourself a party.
Well, it's just because she is so upset about Dawson and Joey being together, and she just wants Dawson back.
She tries to pretend she's not, too. She's like, she goes, oh, I don't care. And he's like, yeah, you do. She's like, yeah, okay, I do.
So he decides to throw a party, and he's putting flyers all over the place.
Handing them out to everybody but Dawson and Joey.
Which is really stupid. Like, to just... I've never done anything like that.
Right.
Have you, or do you know anyone who has?
No, I've never indiscriminately just invited an entire town to a party.
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, maybe it's different in a small town like that. I don't know. But, like, he ends up with a party where he doesn't know anybody.
I grew up in a small town, and I didn't do that either.
Yeah. Like, that's not cool. It's
and nobody knows it's his birthday. It's not billed as his birthday.
Yeah. It's awful. So he's still sad. Like, even though he has a party, he's still all sad and lonely and feeling bad for himself.
Yeah, because nobody's saying happy birthday because no one knows it's his birthday. Nobody's like,
nobody knows it's him.
Yeah, nobody's like, oh, hey, cool, thanks for the party. They're like, he's like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Beer's flat, and they fucking throw it in his face or whatever.
Yeah, it's not good.
Dump it out.
But Andy had gotten a flyer because he put it on her car, and then he tells her she's not invited.
Right.
Which was really mean. I don't know why he's being mean.
Because they're having a weird, like, flirting thing.
How is it flirting to tell somebody not to come to your party?
It's, you pull the pigtails of the one you love and all that stuff,
I guess. But, she shows up anyway.
Yeah, well, they have a whole conversation where she's like, oh, I get so nervous around people and I can't talk. And he's like, you never fucking shut up with me. And she goes, well, because you don't make me nervous, you make me angry. And angry trumps nervous.
But she's not angry. That's bullshit.
She's horny.
I don't know about horny. I mean, it is Horny Creek, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she just, like, she's comfortable with him or whatever.
They're going to make her a thing. They're going to make her a part of the cast. They needed to create a new character for Pacey to have somebody... Because he couldn't have Joey or Jen, I guess.
I don't know why he couldn't have one of them. Why does Dawson have to get both of them?
Exactly. Like, it's got to be a love triangle. It can't be a love rectangle.
Well, I mean, they temporarily tried, I guess.
Well, they tried to get him together with Joey, and I don't know if that didn't test well or what. But they dropped that fucking fast as hell.
I actually thought they had good chemistry.
Me too.
But whatever.
Jen was looking good in this episode, too.
Oh, was she?
Oh, yeah. Don't you think so?
No. I don't like her hair.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought she was looking good in this episode.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks.
She goes to the party with, what is that girl's name? Like,
Who's
the
she?
skanky girl. Jen.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to the party with the skanky girl.
She does, yeah.
What is her name?
Can't remember.
But she was in
She's
that
fun.
detention episode. She's like the bad girl.
The Breakfast Club episode.
Yeah.
She's fun, though. I like her character.
Yeah, I like her too. She brings a bottle of champagne and they're drinking it together, and she's like daring her to kiss the next guy who walks up, who happens to be fucking Dawson.
Yeah,
like,
it's the guy that's fucking Dawson right now.
No, it's Dawson, okay? But she grabs him and lays one on him, and he's like, "What are you doing? Get off me."
Yeah.
Like,
and then she starts getting upset.
they were sharing a bottle of champagne. It wasn't even all the way gone. I don't think she could be so drunk that she would do something that stupid.
Oh, they were portraying both of them as very drunk.
From less than half of a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, champagne's alcohol content is what, like 6%?
It's like it's like a beer. It's like drinking 2 beers, maybe, what they've done. Or 2 shots of alcohol.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough.
No, they should have had more. They should have had 1 bottle each. That would have been more believable.
Sure. Or if it had been like vodka or something that they were splitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bottle of champagne,
But either way, I mean, like, she's kissing him and he's shoving her off, and then she looks like she just wants to go kill herself.
Yeah. And what's her name? The
Abby.
Abby. Yeah, Abby's like, well, good job, Romeo, you fuck.
Yeah, like, she's mad at him. Like, he has a girlfriend.
Although he and his girlfriend are in a fight at that moment.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. He still should. I don't know if he got her off of him fast enough, honestly. Like, he let her kiss him for a minute.
No, I think he got her off pretty quick. Well,
Oh, did he now? I think she'd been a little happier if that was the case.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, and then Andy's brother was looking for a job, and she sent him to Joey at the restaurant because she said they needed help. And weirdly, okay, this dude who it's his first day, she hires him, puts him right to work.
Yeah.
And the two of them are
As
closing.
a busboy.
Yeah. The two of them are closing down the restaurant now. And he's just like, "Oh, go see your boyfriend. I got this." Mm-hmm. What? Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, like just close up the restaurant on your first day.
Yeah, like that wouldn't happen, but whatever, it's
so
fiction.
Dumb.
So Joey goes to this party also. So both Dawson and Joey have gone to Pacey's party, even though they don't even realize
they're not invited and they don't know it's his birthday.
Yeah. Andy shows up with a present, but she says it was something she bought for her brother for Christmas.
It's a magic 9-ball.
That would be magic, but it's an 8-ball.
Yeah, she shows up with an 8-ball. 8 grams of cocaine. I was going to give this to my brother, but he's got a problem. Sorry, Pacey.
So they're sitting on the dock playing with the 8-ball and
snorting it.
This clumsy whatever drops it in the water. Like, I don't know. They couldn't let him even have one birthday present. And where are his parents? Like, I know
cool story.
I know his dad's an ass, but like, it's his birthday. Shouldn't they care? Shouldn't they do something?
Does his mom exist, or is she dead?
I don't know.
Is everyone's mom in this town awful or dead?
It seems that way. Because, yeah, he only ever mentions his dad and his brother. You're right.
Is Kevin Williams' mom dead? Kevin Williams' son.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask him.
Kevin Williamson. Late fee 1994 at AOL.com. We know you listen. Is your mother dead? Or was your mother dead? Or is your mother dead?
The fuck? Stop saying mother dead, you weirdo.
Which one's correct? Was or is? If she's dead. It still is, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry.
Because she wouldn't have come back to life, so.
That's true. Was your mother dead and is now alive again?
I am not the only one who had something to drink tonight here, folks.
Whatever.
So Joey goes looking for Dawson to go make up with him because, they're in a fight.
Can we explain what the fight's about?
Yeah. I realize now we skipped that part.
We skipped that part. That we's doing a lot of work in that sentence, isn't it?
Hey, now. So they were at Joey's house making out as they do.
Studying, quote unquote.
And the baby starts crying. That's her sister's baby.
Yeah, it's not there, baby. Just in case this is the first episode you've stumbled upon.
And she leaves her journal chilling there, like, next to them. I don't really understand that. Like,
her journal was smoking a cigarette and wearing glasses. Just chilling, Dawson.
But, like, I don't know. I think she should have, hidden it better.
Yeah, it's her fault.
No, but, I mean, like, still. Dawson looks in her diary or journal or whatever.
Yeah.
Not in the most recent entry. Just randomly opens it and then reads that she thinks that he's a talentless hack.
Yeah. That his horror movie is awful. So this is going back to season 1.
Right.
It's like, fuck you, Dawson, it says.
So he's just like, okay, I'm taking off, bye.
And your penis is probably small, too.
I think he's so immature. Like,
yes, I agree.
That he doesn't even try to talk to her about it. Like,
no.
I mean, he shouldn't have read her diary to begin with.
Agreed.
But,
that's an invasion of privacy.
But then he's, like, mad, but he doesn't even tell her. He's just like, I gotta go.
Yeah, also a pussy move.
Right. So, in the morning...
Have you ever had anyone read your diary?
3 times. 2 ex-boyfriends and my best friend, and all of them got upset.
Awfulness.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's never a good idea to read somebody's diary.
It's their safe personal space.
Yeah, and sometimes what you write isn't a complete reflection on how you really feel.
Exactly. It's how you feel in that moment, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, even an hour later it's going to be true, because it's just for you to vent your feelings.
And we find out in this episode that's kind of the case.
Yeah. So Dawson starts asking Joey, like, hey, what did you think of my movie?
He's beating around the bush.
Yeah, and so, like, she figures it out because he's not subtle.
No, he's like, oh, so you don't think that, I'm talentless or whatever? Or, like, I should give up on my dreams? And she's like, oh, you read my journal. She knows exactly the entry he's talking about, too.
Yeah.
Maybe she's read it more than once.
But she's, like, pissed.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like, I don't like you right now or whatever. And she
they get into a big fight, and he's like, so they're arguing from 2 different perspectives. He's arguing from the perspective of, you were dishonest with me, you don't support my passion, and that really hurts my feelings. And she's arguing from the perspective of, you invaded my privacy, what I said about you doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm not even going to justify or defend it because you invaded my privacy, and that's the issue here.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I can see both. Like, he shouldn't have read it, but now that he has, I think it had to be addressed, too.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's fair to just be like, well, fuck you, whatever. She did need to talk about it.
Right.
But yeah, so she goes to the party to make up with him, and he is, like, ready to make up with her, and they see each other from across the crowded dock. It's nauseating.
Yeah, you don't like their relationship?
I mean, it's fine. It's realistic, I guess, from the beginning of a relationship.
Yeah.
But so they end up making out again because they make up, and she explains, like, she was angry at him often before they were together because she had this misplaced feelings, and
she had a crush on him and he wasn't reciprocating her feelings. And she said, but I've always been honest with you, and I really do think you're the most talented person I know, and everything, and
that's all he needed to hear.
Yeah. He's like, oh, fuck yeah.
So yeah, they start making out again, and Jen's watching them, which is really fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
she's touching herself too, which is also
God, come on,
just really fucked up.
But I mean, like, just she shouldn't be watching. She should be doing something else. Like, that's not healthy.
Yeah, she should be doing Abby.
That would be an interesting. That'd be an interesting episode.
An interesting twist.
Right. But then Dawson talks to Pacey.
Yes. Finds out
It's his birthday. Apologizes for missing his birthday. They talk about like they were supposed to go to Maine and all that shit. So him and Joey have made up, and he's just like, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to Pacey because we were supposed to go to Maine, and I've gotta make this up to him. And he literally is like, I will steal my father's car and drive us to Maine right now.
Yep.
Neither of them have a license.
No.
That doesn't sound like a great idea.
No, and yet they get away with it all the time.
I guess. Yeah, well, Pacey, we understand why he gets away with it, because his dad's the sheriff.
But his dad's not the sheriff of Maine.
Exactly. That's why this is a stupid idea.
Stephen King is the sheriff of Maine.
But they do make up, and they're riding off on the boat, and they're supposedly going to go to Maine. I think it's...
They're going to go fucking go to Maine.
Exactly. Exactly, Mark.
It's like, I'll show you, Pacey, how much I care about you for your birthday.
Jeez. Maybe the next episode will start out with them in jail in Maine. That's what should happen. I'm sure that's not what's going to happen, but it should.
And then I guess we can address the parents if you want to end on that.
Sure. Okay. So his parents, again, are still like not right. His dad's
very descriptive. They're not right.
Okay. His dad's talking to people about how he wants to divorce the mom, and they're like, no, you can't do that.
No.
That's not good. Don't get divorced. And his one friend is like, no, you need to open your marriage. That's what works for me and my wife.
Yeah.
He just wants them to open their marriage so they have somebody else to fuck.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what's going on.
But he's like, don't get divorced. Just,
Could you
sleep
imagine,
with other people.
Could you imagine being swingers in a small town where no one else is swingers? It's like,
that would suck.
What the fuck?
I guess I have to drive to, Rhode Island. Providence.
The fucking slums where the scumbags live in Rhode Island. No offense, Rhode Island. I've never been there, so.
Right. But yeah, his dad's just like, hey, Gail, I don't think that, we can just, move on from here, but...
We need the trust. We need to put the trust back into the marriage. And the only way to put the trust back into the marriage is to open the marriage.
That's so stupid.
The whole thing's ridiculous.
Like, I don't understand the thought process that's like, this will fix your marriage. I don't get that.
And first of all, it's not going to fix anything. Why? How would this fix anything?
I guess maybe it's like, if you're going to cheat anyway, at least we'll know about it. So it's like the trust is that not being broken.
I guess, but it's like, to me, it would, I don't think this is healthy either.
No.
But it would make more sense if he was like, the only way I'm going to be able to get over this is if I get to cheat too, to make it fair.
Right.
That would make more sense to me. I don't think that's healthy either, but that would make more sense to me than just like, hey, let's open up the marriage. And I can't imagine that's what she wants.
Well, it certainly didn't look like it based on her face.
We don't get an answer yet.
No, that's when they went to fucking credits.
No, we're going to find out next episode. We're going to find out on next time on Horny Creek. Will TV's The Flash
be kicked out of the house?
No, I think she would leave, if anything, right?
I don't know.
Yes, his buddy was like, oh, you don't want to be a part-time parent to Dawson.
He's 16 years old.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He's not 5.
You're a quarter of a parent at best, even when you're both in the same house. So.
Right? Ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. And it's like,
just get divorced.
His friend's like, you don't want her to take half of everything, but like, you're already sharing everything anyway.
Yeah, she's already got half.
Right. I don't understand people. Yeah, I think they should just get divorced.
What does his dad do?
That's a very good question.
We know his mom's a fucking reporter, but like, what does his dad do?
Yeah, we never see him go to work or anything.
Never even hear about it.
Weird. Maybe he's a stay-at-home dad?
Oh, he's not at home enough to be a stay-at-home dad.
I don't know. Maybe they'll bring it up at some point. I wish we could ask. Like, hey.
John Wesley Shipp, what did your character do?
What is your job?
John Wesley Shipp, do you want to be on the show? Latefeed1994 at AOL.com. We know you listen.
Of course you do.
Do you want to be on the show? Yes or no? No context. Just text us or just email us yes or no.
So, yeah, I guess that was it, right? That
was
whole
this.
episode. All right.
Everything.
So you can write us again at latefeed1994@AOL.com.
If you're John Wesley Shipp or another person.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefeed.com.
That's only open to Craigs.
And share the tapes with your friends.
There we go. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.